Okay, everyone. 1, 2, go.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Prime Minister, it is a true honor for us to have you joining us today. And also, we're so thrilled at Forbes to be hosting this conference here in Bangkok. Your leadership arrives at what many say is one of the most profound moments of transformation for this region. A variety of different factors that we know, from evolving economic dynamics, global partnerships, technology, and the like. And Thailand very much sits at the center of this, given your unique role in the region. So today, I'm very eager to talk about your vision, both short-term and your longer-term vision for Thailand. I want to start off, you've been in office for 100 days. Many in this room are from the international business community, CEOs and the like, who may be less familiar with the dynamics of the region. For the benefit of this audience, can you give some perspectives on the developments that led you to taking on this role? And before we talk about some of your policies in greater depth, helping to understand where you see Thailand today in the context of where you hope to bring it forward.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Maura, and thank you, Forbes, for having me. I'm very excited to be here. And I just told you and all the Forbes family that if it's going to be in Thailand, I wouldn't be this excited. So if it's in English, just a little bit nervous. Of course, today I had a chance to tell you about all the vision of Thailand. So this morning I had a chance to talk about the whole picture of Thailand in 2025. So let me tell you about, like, right now, this year, that since I became a prime minister, there's a lot of the trust and the confidence that I have to go and make people understand what we're standing right now, because all the investment right now is very important. Because over a decade that Thailand is not growing as fast as we expected to. So we need, like, new income for the country, like new investment for the country too. So the former Prime Minister, Nayok was planning on inviting all the investors to come to Thailand. As you can hear from the news, like Google and Microsoft and many more successful business to come and invest in Thailand. So the first month that I became a prime minister, there are a lot of investors that want to make sure that they still can invest in Thailand or not, if I still carry the policy or not, something like that. But luckily that we are from the same party, and we're very close. And then so as my government, I want to continue all the policies that about investment too. So first month, I went on and tell all the country, all the leaders, all the companies and CEOs that I still want to invest. I still want the people to invest more in Thailand. And of course, I got a very good feedback. And right now, when I had a chance to join many important meetings around the world, GMS, ASEAN, and I just got back from APEC, Peru. 2 days ago, I still woke up at 3 a.m. for 2 days now. But I had a really good talk with all the leaders, and they're very excited to invest in Thailand as well, and they see a very good chance, because, you know, I used to be in the private sector before. My family is doing a business, like hotel business, mostly about hospitality. So I understand, like, all the pain that can possibly happen for the private sector. So right now, I'm a government. When I get a chance to talk to all the CEO and people who interested in investing, I told them that the government fully support on all the investment, because I understand that, you know, we have to involve all the paperwork, all the steps that can be very painful for the private sector. And I understand that sometimes when you're not Thai and you come to Thailand and you think, where do I go next? what should we do? So we have the BOI that can fully support on like for the foreign investment. And I think right now we still have many good deals but still ongoing. That's very, some I can't really talk about, but some that already invested in Thailand, they want to invest more, such as Google, Microsoft, they want to invest more. They already invested about like data center, and that would create more jobs and more income for the country. So when I have a chance to talk to them, I told them that, of course, like in Thailand, people speak Thai, and if they can come up with the training course in English, in Thai, so can help Thai people understand more about like AI business, about technology business. So that's the first thing that I requested for doing the business in Thailand. And the next, I told them that I try to improve the education as fast as possible. That's many things that I have to do all together at once. So there's a lot of things that need to be improved because over a decade that Thailand is growing slower than we expected. So we can't really do one thing to fix all the problems. We have to do many things, just like we like building one watch, you know, we can't really miss anything, something like that. That's what I'm trying to do right now.
So you've been spending your time laying the foundation in terms of the business case for Thailand, taking out some of the friction or pain points and challenges for businesses to be here, but also investing in education and the like to accelerate that transformation. You mentioned you were recently in Peru for the APEC meeting. You outlined several of your core agenda items, strengthening the country in the broader region, making it more stable for growth and the like. You've also introduced a comprehensive 10-point economic plan focused on really transforming many sectors of the economy. Can you walk us through your core priorities and one or two of those initiatives that you believe exemplify your broader vision for this next phase of Thailand?
I understand that you know, for the business investor, they all want the stability and growth and ease of doing business. So I think it's very important to make sure that's going to happen in Thailand for sure. And like I can give you an example of like soft power that I think that's going to help a lot. Okay, Thailand has a very rich culture, and of course we can start from that. And I believe that people outside of Thailand, they think that when they want to come to Thailand, they understand the food, they understand the people, they understand the culture, and they want to know more about this. So I think this is, of course, like our soft power. So I want to enhance this, like, you know, when you have like Songkran, everybody knows Songkran. But the Songkran day is only like 3 days, like 13, 14, and 15. But in some province outside of Bangkok, they started Songkran since like 8th of April until 21st of April. When we have this kind of information, we try to make our country like connect all the events together. So when you come to Thailand, you can just like go any place in Thailand and enjoy Songkran during April, something like that. So to make like the festival goes around the country and make them like, so you know, like if the tourists come in and spend more, stay longer, of course it's going to benefit Thailand, of course. And just give you some example, like the number of the tourists. Like before the pandemic, everything was normal, everything was doing great. But after the pandemic, so the number of the tourists like decreased like dramatically. I think it happens around the world. So in Thailand, so only this year the numbers like increased 28%. So right now we have like 36 million tourists 1 year in Thailand. So we predict that maybe next year we can go back to the number of before the pandemic. And of course, the investment in Thailand is create like a lot more, like 40% more of the future business, 40% more. This is like the highest number in 10 years. So this is, I think like Thailand is doing a lot better. So I hope that, you know, if the politics is very stable, I think it's going to stable, everything is going to be more stable. People are going to trust more, like Thailand's not going to change too much and they will have more confidence to invest. So at first I have to build like the confidence, like domestic and international, both. I have to make Thai people believe in themselves too, that the government is supporting them in doing like new business. And you know, in this country, like 75% is a SME. So that's why the government came up with the policy to support the SME, like soft loan and or the law that we have to adjust. Because some law is created like 30 years ago, you know, before this AI, before all the technology. So I have to look at all that, you know, conditions to fix it and just to make it easier, especially for Thai people as well.
You're activating and really expanding very, very important segments of the economy. You talked about soft power, tourism, and the like. You mentioned earlier some of the investments from a technology perspective. The cloud market and AI are booming in Southeast Asia at an inflection point from many, many perspectives. And Thailand has this unique opportunity to be at the center of this. You mentioned some of the investment from AWS, Microsoft building new data centers, Google Cloud announced $1 billion investment in the company. While these investments signal extraordinary confidence in Thailand, there's still the need to build the infrastructure, the talent, and the like to behind that. How do you plan to build on this momentum in the tech space, and what does it take to achieve the leadership position that you've outlined in terms of this opportunity?
Of course, that the infrastructure is very, very important. I think like I have to build, it's come back to the same thing that I mentioned earlier about like we have to push everything all together. Not just one thing can fix all the problems that Thailand has been having, you know, but right now like so under my leadership, I try to connect with other countries and people in my country as well, to help out, like to make them understand more what I'm doing right now. So the thing that since I'm one of the youngest leader in the world, but the youngest leader in Thailand,
and one of the very, very few female leaders in
female
the world.
leader, yes. But I was lucky that. Thank you. On the ASEAN stage, I was the only woman in all the leaders, but the APEC meeting, there were two, so me and the president of Peru, so two women, not so lonely anymore. Okay, back to the question. Yes, I try to make the confidence and everything, and I think that to build the infrastructure, for the inside problems in Thailand, so the government have done many things. In the past 1 year, we for the 3 years debt suspension for the farmers, we did that, and you know, all the help, the support. Before we have like a small package of help, like the money, and it didn't help that much. So we come up with the 10 million baht policy to help out the people. And the group of people we study that. This group of people, the first group of people that we hand the money directly to their hands, is because that this group of people, they would spend more than to save up. So that's why we prioritize the group first, and we just announced the policy that we're going to give out another 10,000 for the group of people who's like 60 and above and older. So this group that we prioritize is that we make sure that they are going to spend, so to make the cash flows over the country. So this is what we're planning. And of course we have many more things, like for the soft power we have 11 different industries, and each industry we have all the committee that understand what's going on. So we're going to help that the government will have the TACA as a mechanism for the soft power business to understand, you can have like this TACA as a one-stop service for every industry. So just come to this TACA and they can have all sorted. That's why, because right now Thai people have many potential, but they don't really come together as a group. So when we develop anything, it's like some of them just get the benefit, but some of them don't, something like that. So we try to grab everyone together. And let me show you some example that when I went to LA, I had a chance to talk to the film industries like Disney, Netflix, Amazon. So I announced about the cash rebate, like 30% from 20%. This is a very good news for them because before this, in Thailand alone, we have like 40 different countries that come to Thailand to film in Thailand. And from the last year, they filmed 450 films in Thailand and 40 from the US. That's quite a big number. So when we pronounce the cash rebate, that's going to help a lot. So the cost and everything is cheaper. So for the government to support that, we support like the Thai film as well. That's why we create like the 11 different industries to help out and to really know like the problems and the way to fix things and to make things better in each industries like that. So it's like make all the possibilities is to be better.
You've mentioned going around the world, speaking to other world leaders, other CEOs, industries, and the like. For those in this room, can you make the investment case to why Thailand, why now, and what the unique advantages are to this country versus other opportunities in the region?
When I have a chance to talk to leader, I think that one thing that is very, very advantageous for Thailand is the location as well. Look, Thailand is the heart of Southeast Asia. So the location is very good, and we have a very strong agriculture too. So when I go talk to leaders, I talk about food security, and they are very excited because they already know that in Thailand we can have a lot of food, and in our country it's very peaceful. So if we can stock the food for them and we can ship out to them like in the best quality, whenever they want. I offer this policy to many countries, and I got a very good feedback on this. And of course the minister is carrying out the policy, and they set the committee to talk about things about the food security, and we try to develop the technology about to retort the food and to keep the food as long as possible, and to send out like the fresh and very good quality of food to other countries. And I think right now Thailand is ready with technology and ready with the stable government. And of course I set up all the policy, and the people who's working for the government is very strong and very well connected with other countries. Yes, so I think it's a very right moment, and it's a very good moment to invest in Thailand right now.
As you're going around the world, what's the most common question you get from world leaders or CEOs on the opportunities here? And is there one aspect of the Thailand transformation story that you don't think gets enough attention in terms of what it means for your broader vision?
The first question when I met with all the leaders, they said, "How's your father?"
I've never gotten that question.
It's true. I try to answer like business-wise, but this is the first question, and I can't really lie about it.
We'll be hearing from him tonight, so
that's good. Yes, so they asked about my father, and then and the next question was my aunt, something like that. Yes. It's true though. Yes, so we talk about many things, and then I think that the area that been not really recognized, I think the quality of like the craftsmanship in Thailand. I learned this from doing the soft power policy before I became a prime minister. I really into this policy, and I have been all over the country as I was doing campaign while I was pregnant. I met a lot of people, and I talked to them. the craftsmanship, they have a very good quality of work. But in Thailand, it's like you can get so little by doing so much. That's the thing that I feel that if I have a chance, I would improve this so much. Because I learned from the group of the organization that I talked to that all the craftsmanship in France, they get like so much money for doing like one watch, like Patek Philippe, something like that. They have particularly like one person who can do this kind of work, and they get so much money from that. So I feel that the labors in Thailand is very cheap. That's one of our policy as well, to increase the labor. But the labor the specialty like this, like the craftsmanship, like they can make like the amazing fabric, amazing textile and the print and everything. And they get so little. I feel bad. And I think that Thai people don't really understand that how good they are. And they're just like, oh, I can do just OEM, they can just support all the brands, and they don't even know that all the high brands just produce in Thailand. Everything is like made in Thailand, something like that, and they can sell like 200% more of the Thai people get. That's the one thing that I really want to fix that, and I want like around the world to see that how talented Thai people are. That's one thing that I really want to enhance. That's why I go around the world wearing the Thai fabric all the time, because I feel proud. I feel proud to wear something like that. Of course, I'm being myself like all the time. Maybe some people don't like that, but I just wear whatever I want and whatever I love. Like I can match like the Thai fabric with the high-end brand, something like that. It's just how I am, and I like to present Thailand the way I feel, like honest about it. Something like that. So that's why I'm so proud of Thai people for doing like these kind of products, to produce all the products that they have. Yes.
But it seems like through these different initiatives, you are unlocking aspects of the economy, but also aspects of the workforce to really position Thailand in a different way, or a way that better reflects the country on a global stage, but also reinforces some of the things that you talked about as it relates to soft power and tourism, and understand the culture as a driver of economic value to the country as well. I want to shift gears a little bit in terms of Thailand on the world stage. Earlier this week, you had a conversation with President Trump, and this relationship between the U.S. and Thailand has deep roots. Thailand is Washington's oldest ally in Asia, but right now, obviously, there's many questions around the dynamics and relationships with trade between China and the U.S. and your relationship vis-a-vis this dynamic. As Washington unfolds under the Trump administration in particular, how do you think the return of Trump will impact these types of factors?
Okay, first I want to answer like the first one first. When I go talk to the representative of the United States or China or many countries, we present ourselves as an active promoter of peace and common prosperity. That's one thing that is the key for me when I introduce Thailand. So of course for Mr. President Trump, I think like the market, the way he look at economic would shift a little bit, especially with like the export. They try to find, so we have to have the policy that can support this as well. We're aware of this, and right now we try to make Thai people understand that the way the policy that that Mr. President like think or plan it's one thing. So, but it's not going to be our problem because we have export around like 10% of the GDP to the States, and I plan to open more for the import stuff as well. Because like in Thailand we have a lot of good quality that can export. Like we have cows that many countries like contact us to export more cows and more products of Thailand. So this is like the thing that need to be adjusted a little bit. But I think with the policy that we have and Mr. President have, I think we can adjust on that. And it's not something that impossible or anything. It's just something that shift a little bit. And I know that people are worried about this. This morning I already gave the speech in Thai about this as well, in quite in depth. So the government prepare for this as well. Mm-hmm.
So you've had conversations with President Trump
yes.
in terms of the opportunities on the global stage. You're doing a number of these different initiatives in the region and internally to boost and activate the economy, attract foreign investment. When you think about the role that you would like Thailand to play in this region, that it can uniquely play in this region, what is that role?
For Thailand, I think that we need to just make sure that we're ready for all the investment, especially for the future business, like technology, like data center and semiconductor, that we already have the committee to talk about this as well. And I think this role that to announce to the world that we're ready for the future investment, to future business investment, that's going to attract like around the world, because because a lot of changes happened during this last year and many years before, and when I can announce that this is like more stable and more back on track already, I think that's gonna, because then we have like a peaceful country too, so it's yeah.
When you look at these different initiatives, and you talked so much about in terms of foreign investment, understanding the opportunities in this country, if you could fast forward 5 years from now, what is your hope in terms of the outcome of some of your policies and the vision that you are laying out today?
As I said earlier, for the educations, I really want the people to adapt more, to learn more in the second language. It doesn't have to always be English, but the language, it has to be more, because right now we started already about the education. And of course, like, it's going to be the country full of the future business, data center, and like semiconductor as well, like the cloud first policy that we already done. So in the 5 years time, it's going to see like more obvious with this kind of future business too. And of course, like in the future, I hope that we can assure the people that we have the stable politics, and because everyone wants to see the country go forward for in the long term. And I do think that in 5 years time, people will escape from the middle income. That's what we're planning to do, like all the plan right now up to the 5 years. Actually, the government planned for like the 10 years time, and we have to make the root of it for even the government change, the prime minister change. But I just want the policy to stick to the country and to the people, and all the benefits that can stay with the people as long as possible, just like 30 baht policy, that 20 years ago until today, we still have that policy, but enhanced the policy, something like that. So that's what, because from my background, I don't want the benefit to just done when the government is done. There's something I just want to build to just like make the root go deeper for Thailand. So all the policy that I built it today, I try to make it stay forever. That's what I'm planning to do. And of course, I think you will see for sure.
Well, Prime Minister, thank you so much for sharing your vision for Thailand and the ways in which you are engaging so many stakeholders and collaborators as part of this vision. We're excited to see what's ahead for this country. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister and Moira. Ladies and gentlemen.